Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, on Unmasking Deception, we're diving into a hot-button issue that's stirring up debate on both sides of the Atlantic. JD Vance's recent appearance at the Munich Security Conference has sparked controversy, and it's all tied to a bigger conversation about free speech, tech regulation, and the clash between American and European, the rest of the world's values. So, what exactly was Vance saying? In short, he argued that Europe's biggest threats are internal, not external. He criticized what he saw as a retreat from fundamental values, particularly concerning free speech and electoral policies. And his meeting with the AfD party in Germany really set off alarm bells. So what is the AID party? It is a right-wing party in Germany, which is for obvious reasons something that needs to be monitored. Its full name is Alternative for Deutschland, AfD. And here are the key points about the AfD. It's a far-right, right-wing populist and national conservative political party in Germany. It was founded in 2013. Its political positions include Euroscepticism, opposition to immigration, especially Muslim immigration, and in recent years, increasingly pro-Russian stances. The German Federal Office for the Protection of the Constitution, Germany's domestic intelligence agency, has classified the party as a suspected extremist organization. It has gained increasing popularity in recent German elections. It has been heavily criticized for extremist rhetoric and connections to far-right movements. In American parlance, it is to the right of MAGA. There have been a lot of problems with migrants in Germany, and they have traded on it. Migrants have been an issue in Europe for over a decade, while the southern border is a comparatively newer event for the USA. Now, this wasn't just some off-the-cuff remark from Vance. High's comments touch on a deep divide between how the US and Europe approach issues like data privacy and online content. And that brings us to the GDPR. The General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, is a landmark piece of legislation that gives EU citizens control over their personal data. It's a huge shift from the more hands-off approach in the US, and it's led to some massive fines for American tech companies. Europe and the UK have regulators, so if a company loses your data, causes you harm, then they have to pay, and we are talking billions of euros. Amazon, for example, faced a record-breaking fine of over 700 million euros. Meta has been hit with multiple fines, and Google hasn't escaped scrutiny either. These fines highlight the EU's commitment to enforcing its data privacy rules. And it's not just fines. There are also a slew of pending lawsuits against these tech giants, covering everything from data breaches to alleged misuse of user information. These legal battles could have far-reaching consequences for how tech companies operate, not just in Europe, but globally. For example, Tesla's spyware and X, Google or Meta, who use your face data to train AI, can be prosecuted up to 14% of global revenue. That's not Europe. That's the entire world. It really is calculated on global revenue. Remember, that's not profit. There is no Hollywood accounting here. It is pure revenue. Fines larger than any US lawsuit. So how does this all connect back to JD Vance? Well, his remarks highlight a fundamental difference in how we view the balance between free speech and data privacy. Many in the US argue that European regulations are overly restrictive and stifle innovation. On the other hand, European leaders emphasize the importance of protecting individual rights and ensuring a level playing field. The debate over GDPR and tech regulation is far from over, as Vance showed, as he was shilling for the tech bros who paid for the inauguration. It isn't just the regulators, but it's reached the stage of class action lawsuits on behalf of the public in the UK and Europe. As technology continues to evolve, these issues will only become more complex. And the outcome of these ongoing lawsuits and policy discussions will shape the future of the internet for years to come. Then JD's speech also played to the base, as they were intending to shut down free speech in the USA. As we have seen recently in the efforts to deport a green card holder with an 8-month pregnant American wife without any charges or judicial process, something which isn't possible in Europe. It is worth looking at the intention behind the so-called free speech that JD Vance was going after. The online protection bills, which are designed for children. With suicides and mental health issues on the rise, China restricts its social media for children, and Mega likes that. But when a regulator tries to do, then you get the vice president of the USA making it a huge issue. I think he should butt out. It's very difficult to get teenagers' safeguards in place. I like data privacy and not worrying about the constant data breaches that occur in the USA. The problem is to stop the government overreach, and comments like Vance's don't help. There are many difficulties and problems, and there is currently government overreach. But Vance is wrong for Europe. We value our children. We ban so many of the American vaccines, medicines, foods, additives as we approach from a safety-first approach. Whereas JD seems to be channeling his inner JD Ewing and being a cowboy. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with Vance's criticisms? Or do you believe that Europe's approach to data privacy is necessary? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of these important issues. Thanks for watching.